Well, as we get you out the door this Tuesday morning, we're going to be adding on a little bit of a threat that we haven't really had to tangle with a whole lot these last couple of days. Some rains largely kept the fog problem pretty tame the last few mornings. It looks like it's a bit of a problem here as you get into places like Columbia, Jefferson City, even back into Callaway County. Looking at some tough to see conditions, that visibility coming down where we're not seeing those rain chances. Most of those have been largely kind of hemmed up in some of our northwesternmost counties, and that's where I expect them to stay as we go throughout the rest of this morning. But as we get into this afternoon, again, I think all of us probably going to be at least looking at that threat at seeing some of these, again, more so pop-up storms than anything. But if you do get caught underneath them, certainly could put down quite a bit of rainfall in a short amount of time, so could be seeing some localized flooding. Still a bit of an issue as we get into this afternoon and evening. Getting into the overnight hours, though, FUTURETRACK showing a few more showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could even be a little bit on the stronger side. We'll have to watch out for that tomorrow morning with maybe some gusty winds coming alongside those. But as we get into the morning commute time, as we get into Wednesday, still looking wet, and it looks like it's going to stay wet all throughout much of our Wednesday before finally starting to dwindle by the evening hours. So rain tracker, it's going to be up there in some spots. Now, this isn't going to be anything widespread. And again, I wouldn't fall in love necessarily with exactly where some of these pockets of that heavier rain is, but gives you an idea. You go from Moberly to, say, Columbia, you could be seeing a pretty big spread in how much rain we pick up between today and tomorrow. And it looks like we got another round in us as we get into Thursday. So if you can't tackle that yard this morning, it might be tough to get out there and do so into Wednesday, into Thursday morning. But I think by Thursday afternoon, we should be shaping up a little better. Here's why. We're going to be tracking a cutoff area of low pressure. Again, doesn't necessarily look to really affect us. It's not going to give us an added shot at some rain. But what it's going to do is kick that frontal boundary that's been a bit of a pest to us here over the last week or so. It'll kick it far enough to the south that I think we're going to be able to enjoy this holiday weekend. Looking at that firework forecast, Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday, low to mid-80s. And that humidity, not going to be much of a problem. The rain, though, I think we'd settle for that not being a problem. And it doesn't look like it's going to be as we get into this 4th of July weekend. A good one here in store around mid-Missouri. I think we're staying dry, though, as we get into next week, but might start warming back up and feel a little more humid as we get into a new work week.